Hello everyone, we hope you are well. This is the final episode from what we got up to following our habitation check with Consort in January. In the last episode we left you pondering whether you would climb up the witch's ladder to save your soul.
This font dates from the 14th century, so I wonder if King Henry IV was christened in it, including round here a witch's ladder.
Witch's ladder. Yeah. In this episode, we're going to take you to Lincoln, visit the cathedral, sample some new foods before moving on to Newark, which has a fascinating museum on the English Civil War, and our trip ends with a visit to one of our favourite places, Stratford-upon-Avon. If you like what we do, you could really help us to grow by sharing us on social media. After Bolingbroke, we took a drive over to Lincoln, where we parked the van in the Waitrose Park and Ride car park. The bays were a bit tight, but it was free to park the vehicle, but of course you do have to pay for the bus fare.
We're on the Park and Ride. And we're right by the engine, aren't we?
Yeah, well you picked the seat.
I just got my first free bus pass ride.
Wow, you really know you're getting old when you qualify for a free bus pass. Lincoln began as a Celtic settlement named Linden, and that transformed into the Roman settlement of Lindum Colonia. They built a fortress here apparently for retired legionnaires. This restaurant is called Mowgli, and they serve Indian street food.
What's this? A yoghurt chat bomb.
Yeah,
And you're meant to eat it all in one go.
they're cold. Just put it all in one go and bite it.
It's full of liquid, which is quite a surprise.
They're great, aren't they? It's full of a spiced yoghurt. Really nice, wasn't it? Ultra crispy.
Wow, yeah.
I've had one.
Why is it an odd number?
I don't know.
It was tasty, but not very warm temperature-wise, so I'm not sure we would try it again, to be honest. Here's an excellent tip for you. Don't eat a huge lunch and then try and climb the hill up to the cathedral. The wool trade powered Lincoln's medieval economy, making it one of England's wealthiest cities. William the Conqueror chose Lincoln's strategic hilltop for his cathedral, a symbol of Norman authority over England. Bishop Remigius, a close ally of William, oversaw the construction but died days before its consecration in 1092. A fire in 1141 and a devastating earthquake in 1185 destroyed much of the original cathedral. From 1192 to 1311, the cathedral was transformed into a Gothic masterpiece, with pointed arches, ribbed vaults and flying buttresses.
This is the Dean's Eye window. It tells of the Last Judgment and faces north, which is the direction that evil is meant to come from. This all used to be really brightly coloured. You can still see the remains of the blue and the red paint on that bit there.
Somebody was practicing on the organ all the time we were here.
This table is made from a tree that they call the Jubilee Oak that fell over 5,000 years ago and was buried in silt to preserve it until they dug it up and made this table.
flying buttresses allow for larger stained glass windows, flooding the interior with light. By 1311, Lincoln Cathedral's central spire made it the tallest building in the world at 525 feet. Edward I convened Parliament here 3 times, showcasing its importance beyond religion. The Reformation and Civil War brought damage and neglect to Lincoln Cathedral, and the collapse of the central spire in 1548 ended its reign as the tallest building in the world. We were a bit tired after walking around all day, so that night we went back to Wickenby Airfield. We've always had a keen interest in the English Civil War, so we drove over to Newark, which was a royalist stronghold. Newark originated as a settlement along the Roman Fosse Way, a key road connecting Exeter to Lincoln, and it also prospered due to its strategic location near the River Trent.
So what year do you think that is?
1847. 1847.
Yeah, you got it.
Newark Castle was built in 1123 by Alexander, the Bishop of Lincoln. It served both as a defensive stronghold and a centre for minting coins. This is the old governor's house. It's amazing that these buildings are still standing. And this is the 15th century frontage of the old White Inn in the marketplace. Beautiful old theatre here. Good to see that it's still going. What are you gone for?
Chicken katsu curry. Never had it before, so it's be interesting to see what it's like.
Certainly looks tasty.
Looks nice and fresh, like freshly made.
I've gone for a bowl of ramen. That's a strange teapot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does it make it easier to pour?
No. It's just because we're not used to it.
Yeah.
It's very unnatural.
Is it char siu?
Char siu.
I went for char siu soup. Noodles. This is seaweed. Yummy. Yeah. Look at the ladle.
This statue depicts 2 men standing back to back, a Roundhead and a Cavalier. It was created in 1988 by Andrew Neil, symbolising the town's pivotal role during the English Civil War. It's £8 each to get into the Civil War Museum, so come along inside with us. Now this reminds me of all those old machines that you could use for a penny on the seafront arcades. There are several floors of exhibits to be seen. We had a really good time looking around. These are musket balls. Wouldn't fancy being hit by one of those. This is Oliver Cromwell's death mask. He died on the 3rd of September 1658 at the age of 59. Apparently his death was due to complications from malaria and kidney stone disease. I had to read what this was. Turns out it's a mammoth's tooth. This device was heated and used to brand the hand of deserters during the Civil War. This one was used by the Royalist Army, and you can see CR either side of the crown. This is a replica of a plague doctor's uniform.
Bring out your dead.
And it is now thought that it would have given them some protection from catching the plague. It was believed that disease was transmitted by miasmas, bad smells, so the mask was stuffed with lavender. After Newark, we set off for Stratford-upon-Avon and spent the night in a car park ready to explore the town the next day. Stratford-upon-Avon was founded in the 7th century by the Saxons, and it became a market town in 1196 when Richard I granted it a charter to hold weekly markets. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 in a half-timbered house on Henley Street, now preserved as a museum by the Shakespeare Birthplace Trust. Look at this beautiful old bank. Banking is certainly not what it used to be. Have you ever tried getting your own money out of a bank these days? It's hard putting it in and it's hard getting it out.
Everybody likes feeding the birds. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him well.
All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. What's done cannot be undone.
We're practicing for an audition with the Royal Shakespeare Company, so keep your eyes peeled. We might make it to the West End. Well, we hope you enjoyed this little video. It's not very long, we know, but we weren't supposed to be filming at all on this trip. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed watching what we got up to after our annual trip up to Consort for our habitation service. The next video you'll see from us is part 2 of our Brittany series. So we hope you'll tune in then. Thanks for watching. Give us a like, hit subscribe and share us with your friends.